The story begins on planet Vegeta. We see a Saiyan standing firm, his aura intense. Ringo says with determination, "Finally, I'm ready to face Asura, the god of wrath." Jean looks at him in shock and anger. Jean says anxiously, "Ringo, have you lost your mind? You can't defeat him." It is revealed that this Saiyan is Ringo, Jean's brother. Ringo replies calmly but firmly, "So what if I can't? I need to face powerful opponents. That's the only way I'll grow stronger." Just then, Bardock appears, smiling confidently. Bardock says with a smirk, "Jean, don't worry. I'm going with him, and I'll help him." Hearing this, Jean becomes furious. Jean says angrily, "Then I'm coming too. I'm not letting my brother go with just you." Bardock laughs at her. Bardock mockingly says, "Are you serious? Sorry, but you'd just become a burden for us there." He pauses, then adds seriously, "And before we even find Asura, Ringo, I, and our special guest need to deal with Frieza first." Hearing this, Jean's eyes fill with tears. Jean says emotionally, "Bardock, you're being unnecessarily harsh to me." Ringo looks at her gently. Ringo says softly, "Jean, I know it sounds harsh, but Bardock is right. You're too kind-hearted." Bardock crosses his arms confidently. "Don't worry, our guest is extremely powerful. His help will be more than enough for us." Suddenly, a loud voice echoes from above. They all look up. On top of a mountain sits a strange creature, laughing.
The creature says mockingly, "You Saiyans really are amusing. You're incredibly powerful, and your potential is immense, yet you're afraid of a purple creature." The creature says eagerly, "Bardock, Ringo, if you don't mind, let's finish this quickly. It's been far too long since I faced a strong opponent." Jean watches him confused. Jean says in surprise, "So this must be the friend they were talking about. He's really strange." Bardock looks at the creature seriously. "Bardock, are you ready to kill Frieza? If we leave now, it'll take us about 20 minutes to reach his ship." Hearing this, Jean panics. Jean says nervously, "Bardock, don't say that so loudly. If any Saiyan is wearing a detector, Frieza could hear us." Bardock suddenly starts laughing. Bardock says excitedly, "That's exactly what I'm hoping for. I don't want to attack Frieza from behind. We'll face him head on, and I hope he's ready for us." Soon after, Ringo, Bardock, and August begin heading toward Frieza's ship. The scene shifts to a moon near planet Vegeta. We see Frieza, Zarbon, and Dodoria watching from a distance. Frieza smirks arrogantly. "So, you two Saiyans wish to rebel against me and fight me? How utterly foolish." He raises his hand slightly. Frieza continues arrogantly, "You have no idea of my true power. I could erase your entire planet in a single second." Ringo steps forward fearlessly. Ringo says boldly, "You might be powerful, but we are not afraid of you. This time, we are fully prepared." Bardock suddenly raises his hand to stop him. Bardock says seriously, "Ringo, wait, I want to ask Frieza something." Bardock looks directly at Frieza. Bardock says firmly, "Frieza, why are you attacking our planet? We've followed your orders for so long. We fought for you all this time. So why are you doing this?" Dodoria steps forward with a cruel grin. "From the very beginning, all of you were nothing but puppets, and now Master Frieza will erase every last one of you." Zarbon steps forward with a look of disgust. "You're all nothing but foolish monkeys." Ringo is shocked, his eyes widening in anger. You're the real monsters. What's the reason behind all of this? Are you afraid of the Saiyans? Suddenly, Frieza begins forming a massive attack in his hand. I'm simply making sure that I never have to witness something like a Super Saiyan or a Super Saiyan God. Ringo clenches his fists. So that's what you're afraid of. Frieza's attack rapidly grows larger, radiating destructive energy. Ringo immediately dashes forward to strike him. But before Ringo can even reach Frieza, a sudden devastating punch lands directly on Frieza's face. The impact sends him crashing off his seat. His attack instantly disperses into nothing. Frieza wipes the blood from his mouth, furious. How dare you? The attacker is revealed, August. Ringo stands just behind him. Ringo says frustrated, August, why did you do that? I was completely ready to attack Frieza. August looks at him sharply. Be quiet, Ringo, or would you have preferred watching your entire planet get destroyed first? Bardock steps forward with confidence. Bardock says firmly, Frieza, I think you understand now. We have someone incredibly powerful on our side. You won't be able to stop us anymore. Frieza trembles with anger, blood dripping from his mouth. Frieza says in disbelief, What? He's not one of you monkeys. He turns sharply. Frieza orders, Zarbon, tell me his power level. Frieza suddenly starts laughing like a madman. Frieza says arrogantly, There's no one stronger than me. No one. So tell me, what is his power level? Zarbon begins to panic, checking his detector. Zarbon says nervously, It seems my detector is broken. It's only showing 0. According to it, this being isn't generating any energy at all. Ringo lets out a small laugh. Bardock smirks. Bardock says calmly, Frieza, you look surprised. His energy isn't like ours. Frieza's expression shifts to shock. Frieza says stunned, What? Is he a god? That's impossible. Could he be like Beerus? No, that can't be. Bardock looks confused. Beerus? I've never heard that name before. Then he tightens his stance. Bardock says, Get ready now. Ringo raises his hand slightly. Ringo says cautiously, Bardock, take it easy. We know we still can't face him directly. Suddenly, Zarbon transforms into his monstrous form. With a roar, he launches himself toward Ringo. Zarbon shouts furiously, How dare you embarrass Lord Frieza? Fight my monster form, and you'll feel true pain. Zarbon unleashes a relentless barrage of attacks. Ringo struggles, dodging and blocking as best as he can. Then, Ringo gathers energy into his hands, forming a powerful attack. Sensing danger, Zarbon quickly flies into the sky. Zarbon says arrogantly, Ringo, this is pointless. You can't defeat me. Ringo looks up, determined. Ringo says confidently, Don't underestimate me. My power level is over 25,000, Zarbon. Prepare yourself to take this attack. The energy in Ringo's hands surges violently. Within moments, the attack is fully formed. Without hesitation, Ringo fires the attack straight at Zarbon. Zarbon bursts into laughter after hearing Ringo's power level. Zarbon says arrogantly, Oh, so your level is 25,000. Impressive. That's higher than I expected. He smirks coldly. Zarbon continues, But even then, you're still far weaker than me. Your strength is completely meaningless in front of me. In an instant, Zarbon effortlessly deflects Ringo's attack. Ringo's eyes widen in disbelief. Before he can react, Zarbon suddenly appears right in front of him.
Zarbon leans closer, smiling cruelly. Zarbon says mockingly, "So, Ringo, what will you do now?" But before Zarbon can strike, a powerful kick slams straight into his face. The impact sends him flying far into the distance. The attacker is revealed to be Bardock. Bardock looks at Ringo with a serious expression. Bardock says sternly, "Ringo, you've become overconfident. Watch carefully and learn." Without wasting a second, Bardock charges at Zarbon. Bardock shouts fiercely, "Zarbon, your time is up." Zarbon steadies himself mid-air and starts laughing. Zarbon says confidently, "Even if you manage to defeat me, Dodoria is still here." Ringo smirks slightly. "Oh, you mean your pink spike-covered friend?" At that moment, August steps forward calmly. August says coldly, "I've already taken care of him. Now it's your turn." The camera shifts. Dodoria lies lifeless behind August. Seeing this, fear spreads across Zarbon's face. Before he can recover, Bardock launches another attack. In a flash, Bardock reaches Zarbon and drives a devastating punch straight into his stomach. Zarbon gasps in pain, and immediately after, Bardock delivers a powerful kick, sending him crashing away. Bardock turns slightly toward Ringo. Bardock says firmly, "Ringo, get ready. He's your prey." Zarbon crashes hard into the ground, thrown far away by Bardock's assault. In the very next instant, Ringo appears right behind him. Without hesitation, Ringo delivers a crushing blow to Zarbon's head. The impact forces Zarbon back into his normal form. For a brief moment, silence, and then Ringo looks down at him calmly. He says coldly, "Even the best soldiers have their weaknesses." He slowly lifts his gaze toward Frieza. He says with intensity, "And now, it's your turn, Frieza." August looks at the aftermath of Dodoria and Zarbon's defeat and says, clearly disappointed, "Did you really call me here for people like this? I'm truly disappointed." Suddenly, both Ringo and Bardock feel something unusual. Ringo says, sensing the ground beneath him, "The ground, it's shaking." Bardock looks around confused and alert. What the hell is going on here? Ringo, growing tense, asks, "Where did Frieza go?" Both Ringo and Bardock notice a massive energy forming not too far from them. Bardock points toward it and shouts, "Ringo, look over there! He's definitely preparing another attack!" Meanwhile, Frieza raises his hand and launches a devastating attack straight toward planet Vegeta. Frieza smirks wickedly and says, "Finally, my job is done." He begins laughing like a maniac.
These monkeys will be completely wiped out now. Frieza continues laughing hysterically. And now, there will be no Super Saiyan. This so-called legend ends right here. The scene shifts back to planet Vegeta. Jin looks up at the sky, worried yet hopeful, and says softly, "Bardock, Ringo, I hope both of you are safe." All across the planet, the Saiyans begin to feel a terrible, uneasy presence. Even King Vegeta senses it, his expression turning grim. But among them, there is one Saiyan who is filled with hope instead of fear. She stands firm, ready to fight. She puts on her armor and says with determination, "Big brother, looks like you're going to need my help." She smirks slightly, full of confidence. "Your little sister is coming to back you up." Her name is revealed, Patata. She is the sister of Ringo and Jin. We see Patata rushing toward the battlefield. She says with urgency and determination, "Ringo, I'm coming." Meanwhile, Frieza thinks to himself, completely satisfied. Lord Beerus, the task you gave me, I have finally completed it. He smiles coldly. All of those monkeys are now dead. Ringo stares ahead, unable to believe what he's witnessing. Frieza's attack collides with planet Vegeta. Ringo shouts in anger, "Frieza, you coward!" The moment the attack hits, planet Vegeta begins to collapse. A massive explosion erupts, shaking everything. Watching their home planet being destroyed, Bardock and Ringo are overwhelmed with rage. Ringo thinks about his sisters, Jin and Patata. His eyes widen in horror as he realizes they were still there. The anger inside Bardock and Ringo reaches its peak. Their bodies begin to tremble with fury.
Fueled by pure rage, both of them begin transforming into Super Saiyans. Their hair slowly starts turning golden. A powerful aura surrounds them. Frieza looks at them, his body trembling uncontrollably. He says, shaken and confused, "What? Why am I trembling like this?" His eyes widen in fear. Could it be? This is that... August watches closely and says calmly, "Finally, their training is paying off." But suddenly, someone appears, a person who was never supposed to be here. He stands there, smiling. He looks at the battlefield and says casually, "It's time to put an end to this noisy little fight." In an instant, he fires 3 attacks. One strikes Bardock, one strikes Ringo, and one hits Frieza. Before Bardock and Ringo can complete their transformation, the attacks hit them. Because of this, they fail to fully transform into Super Saiyans. We see that the one who interfered in the fight was none other than Beerus. Beerus looks at the battlefield and says coldly, "Now these foolish Saiyans and this Frieza won't be able to trouble anyone ever again." Whis looks at Beerus calmly and asks, "Lord Beerus, you woke up much earlier than expected. Is something wrong?" Beerus crosses his arms and replies thoughtfully, "Yes, I felt like the story was moving in the wrong direction." A slight smirk appears on his face. But now, things are about to get interesting. At that moment, August appears. He looks at them and says mockingly, "Purple Kitty, and you, the man who looks like a woman, did you recognize me?" Both Whis and Beerus turn toward him.
Beerus narrows his eyes, trying to remember. He asks, "Whis, do you recognize this strange character?" Whis smiles slightly, already aware. "Lord Beerus, try to think a little harder." Beerus suddenly recalls and says, "Ah, now I remember. You're the god of greed." He continues casually, "I remember you once came to me with your student Asura. You wanted to see whether I would destroy the dinosaurs on Earth or not." Beerus stretches lazily. "Well, I'm going back to sleep again." He yawns. "I had a rather strange dream. It will take me around 39 years to wake up." He looks at August, uninterested. "If you came here to fight me, then I apologize. I can't do that right now." August slowly descends back to the ground. He smirks and says, "All right, 39 years, huh?" His tone turns slightly ominous. "Take care until then, Beerus, because I have a feeling the fallen god will return very soon." Meanwhile, Patata finally reaches the battlefield. She looks around in shock and says, "What happened here?" Her eyes widen as she sees Bardock and Ringo. Why are they both unconscious? Beerus turns away and gives an order. "Whis, we're leaving." He glances back briefly at August. "I don't know which fallen god you're talking about." Suddenly, Patata starts running toward them. She shouts urgently, I don't know who you people are, but I'm coming with you." Beerus immediately turns, surprised. What? Just as Whis prepares to leave with Beerus, Patata suddenly leaps forward. In an instant, she reaches them. The next moment, they all arrived at Beerus's planet. Patata looks around, confused and amazed, and asks, "Where are we?" Beerus, now visibly irritated, snaps, "What are you doing on my planet?"
Whis calmly observes her and says, "Lord Beerus, could this be the Saiyan from your dream?" Beerus pauses, thinking deeply. Suddenly, he starts stretching and moving, as if preparing himself. He says, "Whis, you might be right." Beerus pauses, thinking deeply. Suddenly, he starts stretching and moving, as if preparing himself. He says, "Whis, you might be right." He looks at Patata seriously. "Fine, Whis will train you." His tone becomes intense, "and we'll see whether you are the Super Saiyan God I've heard so much about." Patata thinks for a moment. She recalls something and says slowly, "I've heard about that before." She takes a deep breath. "Fine, it's not like I have a choice anyway." Whis smiles gently and says, "Miss Patata, I will place you inside a special time chamber for 39 years. He explains calmly, "In the outside world, 39 years will pass, but inside, only 39 days will go by." Patata is completely shocked. She says in disbelief, "Something like that really exists?" Whis summons the entrance of a mysterious time chamber in front of her. Patata looks at it and says, still amazed, "So inside this chamber, decades will pass like just a single month." Whis reassures her, "Don't worry, I will visit you from time to time, bringing food, water, and clothes." Patata nods and walks into the chamber. As she steps inside, her training begins. But before the full 39 years can pass, Patata suddenly exits the chamber early, and in the next moment, she arrives on Earth. Patata arrives on Earth around age 767, at the exact time that the Cell Games are taking place. She had come to Earth for one reason. She knew that Bardock's son, Kakarot, would be there.
At that moment, Goku and all the Z fighters had just begun their battle against Cell. The tension in the air was immense, the fate of Earth hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, in another realm, far away from Earth, Ringo and Bardock's training continues. Their training is being conducted under August, the god of greed. And the place where this brutal training is happening is Hell. This realm is unlike any other. The flow of time here is completely different. It changes depending on which floor you are on. We see Ringo standing in his Super Saiyan form, golden aura blazing around him, his power now stable and controlled. Ringo says confidently, "Finally, we've completely mastered our Super Saiyan form." Beside him, Bardock stands in his own Super Saiyan state. His expression is serious, determined. He replies, "No, I think we can go even further." His eyes sharpen with ambition. "We can become much stronger than this." Suddenly, their master, Asura, lets out a mocking laugh. He looks down on them and says arrogantly, "You two are still far too weak compared to me." He smirks coldly. "It will take you many years just to reach my level." He turns away dismissively, "So stop dreaming and continue your training." Bardock and Ringo clench their fists. Their determination only grows stronger. And just like that, the intense training of Bardock, Ringo, and the ongoing battle of Earth's heroes continues side by side. Many years have passed,
And our hero, Goku, has already defeated countless powerful enemies. The Super Saiyan transformation is no longer a legend. Now, every Saiyan has achieved it, and even gone beyond. Forms like Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 have already been unlocked. But at this moment, a massive threat looms over Earth.
Its name is Majin Buu. And we must not forget, Patata has already joined our heroes during the Cell Games. The story begins at a critical moment, when Super Buu is trying to absorb Gohan. We see Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 form, fiercely trying to hold Buu back. Meanwhile, Patata and Gohan are watching the fight closely. Suddenly, a severed piece of Buu's head begins moving toward Gohan. Buu smirks and says, "You remember, you cut off a piece of my head, right?" His voice turns sinister. "Do you know why it hasn't returned to me yet?" Goku looks confused and shouts, "Buu, what are you planning?" The piece reaches Gohan and starts trying to absorb him. Gohan panics and yells, "He's going to absorb me!" Patata sees this happening. Her eyes widen with urgency. She says firmly, "I have to save him." In an instant, she rushes toward Gohan. She stands in front of him and declares, "Buu, you'll absorb me instead." Her voice turns sharp and protective. "Don't you dare touch Gohan." Buu notices this and screams, "No!" But it's too late. The absorbed piece absorbs Patata. Gohan shouts in shock, "What?" Buu, unable to stop the process, says in frustration, "I was trying to absorb you, Gohan, not that girl." He growls angrily, "This is wrong." The absorbed piece returns to Buu's body and merges with him. Suddenly, Goku notices something. He says, "Gohan, did you notice that?" Gohan nods. Yeah, his power. After absorbing Patata, Buu begins to change. His appearance starts resembling her. Buu looks at himself, shocked. What? His expression turns confused and irritated. My power? It's lower than before? He yells in disbelief. That's impossible. Goku smirks slightly and says, "Patata, because of you, we finally have a chance." His tone softens. "Thank you." Buu suddenly starts screaming in anger. "Patata, this is all because of you!" In that very moment, Super Saiyan 3 Goku launches forward. He attacks Buu instantly and lands a devastating punch right on his face. The impact is massive. For the first time, Buu actually takes damage. Buu, shocked, thinks to himself, "This Saiyan," before getting absorbed. His expression darkens. She must have drastically lowered her power on purpose. Buu clenches his fists and thinks to himself, frustrated, "That's why, after absorbing her, my power dropped so much." He grits his teeth, and even if I release her, it won't help much. His expression darkens. I'll just fall back to Piccolo's level again. Meanwhile, Goku continues his relentless assault. Buu is completely overwhelmed, unable to defend himself. Goku keeps attacking without pause. He drives a brutal elbow straight into Buu's waist, then follows up with 2 devastating punches to his face, and finally, he delivers an incredibly powerful kick, sending Buu flying far across the battlefield. Without wasting a second, Goku fires a massive energy blast at Buu. Then he begins powering up even further, his aura surging violently. But suddenly, Goku notices something. Buu still hasn't given up. Slowly, he begins to stand again. Buu says, frustrated and cornered, "In this situation, I can't do anything." Gohan steps forward and shouts, "Buu,
Release all the friends you've absorbed, or we will kill you. Boo smirks coldly. You'll kill me, he laughs darkly. Are you really that confident?
His tone becomes threatening. If I die, all your precious friends will disappear with me. He raises his hand slightly. And if I feel like it, I can even self-destruct. Suddenly, Boo stretches his arm toward Gohan. Gohan, come to me. Gohan immediately realizes what's happening. He's trying to absorb me again. But before Gohan can react, he suddenly feels something grab his head. It's Kibito Kai. He says calmly, Gohan, there's no need to worry. A slight smile appears. Looks like I arrived just in time. In an instant, Kibito Kai teleports Gohan away. They arrive at the Supreme Kai's planet. Kibito Kai says reassuringly, Gohan, you'll be safe here. Back on the battlefield, Boo suddenly screams in rage, You all are making a fool out of me. But just as he shouts, a sudden explosion hits his face. Boo goes silent, confused. He looks around thinking, who did that? And then we see someone new has arrived. It's Vegeta. Vegeta looks at Goku with anger and disappointment. Kakarot, you've truly disappointed me. Goku looks shocked. What? Vegeta? Is that really you? Vegeta suddenly shouts at him, furious. Kakarot, how dare you? His anger intensifies. You're using Super Saiyan 3 against this thing. He points aggressively. But you didn't use it against me? Vegeta's voice becomes sharp and accusing. I watched the entire fight from the afterlife. Goku lowers his gaze slightly and says, I'm sorry, Vegeta. He speaks honestly. I wanted our fight to be fair. Goku looks at him seriously. That's why I fought you at your level. Vegeta steps forward and throws something toward Goku. It's the Patata. Vegeta says firmly, I don't care what excuses you have. His eyes narrow with determination. Once all of this is over, we will fight again. He continues, I think this belongs to you. His tone sharpens. You were planning to use it against Boo to merge, weren't you? Goku nods and says, yeah, with the Patata we can fuse. His voice carries hope and become a much more powerful warrior. He hesitates for a moment, but Gohan isn't here. Then looks at Vegeta seriously. So, Vegeta, will you accept this? Vegeta closes his eyes briefly, then replies, under normal circumstances, I would refuse. He opens his eyes, but this is different. Vegeta continues, I brought someone with me. His tone turns confident, someone who can split energy and cancel our fusion afterward. At that moment, a new figure appears. He steps forward calmly and says, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yasha, and I'm an old friend of Vegeta. Goku's face lights up with excitement. Vegeta, are you really agreeing to this? Suddenly, Goku begins powering up again. His aura flares intensely. He says, Vegeta, this fusion is supposed to be permanent. His tone softens slightly. So even if you refused, I would have understood. Suddenly, Majin Buu interrupts angrily. Will you two stop acting like I'm not even here? In an instant, Buu launches an attack toward both of them. He roars, I won't let you finish whatever you're planning. Vegeta grits his teeth, now irritated. Kakarot, if this fusion was permanent, he shouts angrily, you should have told me earlier. Even as he says this, Vegeta puts on the Patata. Goku has already done the same. Goku smiles slightly and says,
"Vegeta, thank you." Just before the fusion begins, Vegeta says, "Don't thank me." He glances toward Yasha. "Thank him."
His voice turns confident. He's the one who will return our bodies afterward. And then it happens. A blinding light engulfs them. Their energies merge as one. Goku and Vegeta fuse, and a new warrior is born. His name is Vegito. Now, you might be wondering, why is Vegeta already in Super Saiyan 3? The answer is simple. Because Goku was already in Super Saiyan 3 before the fusion began. Yasha looks at him and says, impressed, "So, this is the fusion of Kakarot and Vegeta." Vegito smirks confidently and says, "Yeah, my name is Vegito." He pauses for a moment, then grins. No, actually, his aura surges even more. I am Ultra Vegito. Boo senses his energy and freezes. He stutters in shock. This power level is insane. In an instant, Vegeta appears right in front of Goo. He looks down at him with cold confidence and says, "Release my friends, or you'll learn what real despair feels like." For the first time, Boo begins to panic. His body trembles just from Vegeta's presence. We had seen that Vegeta was in his Super Saiyan 3 form, and he says to Boo in a cold and threatening tone, "Release my friends, or you will find out what real bad times feel like." Boo becomes extremely scared, but even while being afraid, Boo says stubbornly, "That will never happen the way you want it to." He smirks nervously and continues, "Because I can regenerate myself as much as I want." His tone turns slightly confident, "So we can keep playing this game all day for as long as you want." Vegeta gets angry after hearing this. He looks at Boo with sharp eyes and says, "Boo, I expected nothing less from you."
His voice becomes intense. "I knew you wouldn't cooperate with me." He raises his fist slowly. "So get ready, because now I'm going to force you a little." Suddenly, Vegito forms an incredibly powerful punch. A massive amount of energy begins radiating from his fist, and in an instant, he slams that punch straight into Boo's face. The force of that punch is so immense that Boo is sent flying far away. Vegito looks at him and says, "Boo, do you know that Patata is a very close friend of ours?" His voice turns serious. "She has helped us a lot." He clenches his fist, and it is because of her sacrifice that you have become this weak. Meanwhile, we see the old Supreme Kai observing everything. He says thoughtfully, "Patata knew about Beerus, and she has also trained on Lord Beerus's planet." He continues, "Normally her level is around Goku's level." He adds further, "Patata also knows certain things about Saiyans that even Goku and Vegito do not know." His tone becomes serious. For example, Goku's father. He reveals he is still alive and he is coming toward Earth while searching for Goku. The scene shifts back to Vegito. Vegito looks at Boo and says, "Boo, before merging with you, Patata deliberately lowered her power." He smirks slightly. "That's why fighting you is going to be very enjoyable for me." His voice softens with respect, "And I will always remember her sacrifice." Suddenly, Vegito begins powering up.
His aura explodes with energy. He declares loudly, "I will repay Patata's favor by surpassing the level of Super Saiyan 3. As soon as Vegito completes his power-up, he instantly starts beating Buu. He continuously lands punch after punch on Buu. Buu has become so weak that he cannot do anything to defend himself.
Then, Vegito forms another extremely powerful punch. The energy within it is overwhelming. Buu becomes terrified. Inside his mind, he thinks, "Who is the real monster here?" His fear deepens. Is it him or me? After getting beaten continuously, Buu's condition becomes extremely bad, but he still cannot do anything to save himself. Vegito finally delivers that devastating punch. An enormous amount of energy bursts out from it. The entire surrounding area gets destroyed. After the attack, Buu is left in a completely broken state.